London, the greatest city the world has ever known.
But look again, and you will see mean, hideous slums of which any city ought to be ashamed. Row upon row of dirty, dismal houses that should have been pulled down and done away with long ago.
It has swallowed up the countryside and shut out the air and sun. As more people moved into towns and towns became cities, more and more houses were built on the outskirts. But the new building meant more traffic, more people crowded together at the center. The city has become too big, but they have grown without a plan and without thought for the people who live in them. At the end of the last century, a few men thought of building a new town once again planned to fit the people and to serve their needs. It would be a town of sunshine and gardens and clean, windswept spaces, a town which would not be allowed to grow too big. A man called Ebenezer Howard wrote down these ideas in a book called Garden Cities of Tomorrow. He and a handful of far-seeing men came together and hammered out a plan for the new town they were going to build.
So came the first real attempts at modern town planning. Port Sunlight, where outside the worker's door was open space, greenery, safe playgrounds for children, recreation for adults. Bourneville, emphasizing the need of trees and flowers to give beauty, of good schools, the charm of gardens to family homes. Ebenezer Howard, the pioneer of garden cities, built Letchworth with tree-lined roads and a town center, the first complete new town where people could live as well as work in pleasant surroundings, the first town laid in a green belt, planned for a limited growth.
Then war, total war. The target was everything and everybody. But as they set about the job of clearing up the wreckage, the people of London began to see their city with new eyes.
Must we always have slums?
Only the streets for us kids to play in.
Perhaps we've taken it all for granted too long, and here is our chance to do something about it.
But it's not enough to clear the ruins and to house people. As we plan, we should remember that town dwellers must have work, but they need space and amenities as well. Already we've made a start in Britain. Planned towns have been built where houses stand close to the open country with plenty of light and air. Blocks of flats, not barracks, have been erected in pleasant surroundings in the middle of parks and gardens. Shops are necessary and are much more convenient when placed close to the houses. Factories are situated not too far from the workers' homes, thus avoiding the waste of time spent in traveling. Transport between neighboring towns and villages has not been forgotten. Good bus services, frequent trains, modern roads for motoring, and country lanes for cyclists. Theatres, cinemas, cheerful inns, with restaurants where friends can meet to pass the time of day, while there are swimming pools for the more energetic. Churches, modern schools, first-class hospitals, and civic centres away from the crowded heart of the town. This has already begun in Britain. To make it general will take time, but we mustn't concentrate on one single thing in town building and forget the rest as they did in the past. We must remember all these things: industry, homes, and the community, beauty, efficiency, good living, and safety. Plan for these and make these islands once again the happiest community in the world.